Hi guys. I know you missed me. Thank you guys for waiting for me, and I apologize for not being so active. So, today's reading is about Jungkook forecast. Okay, so we will see how he is feeling at these days and what what's going on in his life. So first of all, let's check his birth chart. And the first thing we have is his Jupiter is about to leave his fifth house. So I think that from the last year until now, he was having so much fun. I think that when he is busy, now that he is in the military, I think he enjoyed his time and felt active and had so much fun. So I think that it is coming to an end. That physical activities, it's coming to an end. And now I think that Jupiter will enter his sixth house, which means that he will focus on his health more, focus on building new routines. Maybe he will gain weight, maybe he will do some new business, and yeah, he will this year. I think that he will have a lot of work to do and a lot of new routines. Also, we have Saturn in his second house, which means that he, from 2022 until now, he faced a lot of financial, material constraints. I think that he is a wealthy rich man, but I think that that period may have evoked feelings of financial insecurity within himself. So he had this crucial time, and he didn't want to acknowledge these fears and let them dominate his life. So I think he was trying in these last 3 years to build a solid foundation of self-worth or financial stability. And I think that Saturn energy here at the second house is about discipline and responsibility. He needs to balance his relationship with the material world, and also he needs to balance and take responsibility for his financial material pursuits. I think that I read somewhere that he faced a scam, or he lost a lot of money. So I think this has to do with Saturn transiting his second house, the house of money. So this will teach him a big, huge lesson about trust, responsibility, and how to balance and discipline himself regarding his materials. So I think that this will end in 2 weeks, thankfully, but then Saturn will enter his third house and then maybe retrograde into back into his second house. So I think that when Saturn will transit his third house, I think that he will take communication in a more serious way, or he will learn something about communication, or siblings, or neighbors, maybe even. So I think that maybe maybe he doesn't communicate with his siblings a lot, or he doesn't communicate with his neighbors, friends, and he is really always isolating himself, and now he will learn how to communicate, how to be open, how to have this clear, honest communication with his community. So it will be all about small travels and communication. He will learn huge lessons in those areas. So let's see. Yeah, I think that he was enjoying a good times, maybe going to parties or going out to drink with his friends. Also, let's see. I think that starting from this month until June, he will he might find himself grappling with profound challenges. He will reflect deeply on his life direction, and may experience some sense of isolation. It is like there will be a barrier which he will feel that separates him from others, and this feeling will invite him to explore himself, like what do he truly desire from life. And this question will make a clear understanding of his life path. And I think he will feel he will have this fear of he is not good enough. And I think this time is hard for him because he will judge himself a lot, making it difficult to see his strengths. And these fears are often not real, not reflections of his true self. But I think that here where it comes the Saturn, listen here, he will have to start to journal his thoughts, or speak with trusted friends, or maybe even speak to his fans. He needs to communicate. He always isolates and keep things to himself, but now he will learn the lesson to communicate well, and how to be honest and let people know how he feels. And I think this is so hard for him to do. As a person he is a mysterious person, a secretive person. He doesn't like people to know how he feels or what goes on in his life or in his mind. So I think his lesson in these coming years is to communicate to communicate in a way that is clear. He is a person that when he gets mad or sensitive, he wants you to know what's wrong with him without communicating. He will just start being cold and silent and then wants you to know what's wrong with him without communicating. But I think that he will learn it the hard way, that he needs to communicate and let the other person knows what's wrong. So I think at this period of time his heart may feel unsettled and unrested. This restlessness is a call to align with what matters to him. If his current pursuits or relationships no longer serve his highest good, he will learn to let them go and to be open with himself and others. So, honesty with himself and others is paramount. He needs to be willing to embrace the discomfort of change, to start deeper authenticity and new opportunities. Also, from May to March 2026, he will have Saturn in conjunct his natal moon, which means, like, I'm sad to see this, but he will feel lonely, like no one understand him, or he might find himself experiencing a sense of isolation, like as if he has this emotional bridges between him and others. And this can be an incredibly lonely time where the usual channels of emotional communications seem blocked. So Saturn here, the great taskmaster, challenged him to examine the structure of his life. So Jungkook will have his Saturn return, which may begin at May, or may even later. I didn't check that, but he is very close to his Saturn return, and I think it may have something to do with his third house. If I am correct, I will check it too. But yeah, Saturn here challenges him to examine the structure of his life and the balance between his personal and professional life, like the tension between his emotional needs and the demands of his work will feel like almost unbearable. So he will feel like he need to reassess his priorities. So Saturn's here will influence him to bring to light the areas where his ego and sense of self are in conflict with his deeper emotional needs. So that's why he will feel like he is torn between his responsibilities and his desire for emotional connection. And we all know that his work doesn't allow him to form a deep emotional connection with anyone. So he will have this time where he reflects on whether his current path really truly aligns with his inner self, or if there is something he can do, or if there is something that necessary to create a more harmonious existence. So this challenging time is he needs to have self-compassion and patience. And he is someone that feels things in a deep level. So, understanding that it is natural for him to feel overwhelmed when faced with such internal and external pressures will allow him the space to feel and process these emotions without judgment, without judging himself. So I think this period is an opportunity for him to grow and to experience a deeper understanding of his own needs and boundaries. So I think here where it comes the lesson of Saturn, and he needs to start to seek support from those who understand the complexities the complexities I'm sorry, I have a problem with pronouncing this word. The complexities of his situation. Like, the situation will be so complex. So he needs to reach out for support from those who understand this, whether through therapy, through support groups, which, like his friend group or trusted friends. Like, he needs to find the balance. Maybe he will start meditating or pursuing creative expressions, so he find a way and an outlet for the emotional turbulence. So the question here that Saturn brings, it will not be an easy period for him. And the thing is, if he is not vocal about it, he will just isolate himself, feeling lonely, like nobody cares, nobody feels me. And we the people and the fans, will not know about this, will not know that he is struggling. And that's the problem. He needs to communicate that. He is a human being. He needs a trust group of friends to talk with. He needs to find an outlet for all those complicated emotions. So Saturn's lessons here encourage him to find his unique path, to reflect on how he can work and find fulfillment without compromising his emotional well-being. Like, can he learn how to set boundaries that allow him to grow professionally and for his personal satisfactions? Like, this might involve some renegotiating his commitments or finding innovative ways to integrate his passions into his career. So I think this time is a powerful reminder for him of the importance of balance and how to be honest and clear, and how to communicate, and how to find a way to balance between his professional growth and personal satisfaction, to create a life that feels both meaningful and sustainable. Well, see, I just saw that he will have his North Node in the third house starting today. And like, it's all about the communication, guys. Like, this is just confirming what I said about the Saturn third house transit. He also have the North Node in third house and also Chiron in third house. Are you kidding me? Poor Jungkook. I feel bad for him. Like, Chiron in the third house will like create problems communicating. But if only he knew that by communicating clearly, he may be empowering others. So let's check that Chiron and see the other aspects. So Chiron will not be in aspects with Saturn at the moment. But I think that this transit was a long time ago. 7 years started 7 years ago and may end next year. So I think he nearly learned his lesson, but he might need to find his last, like to learn his last lesson through Saturn. So when Chiron transits his third house, he may have faced emotional wounds related to communication. And these wounds aren't necessarily about losing his ability to speak or suffering from speech impairments. We all know that he is a good singer and he talks so good and he likes to tease people and everything. Like, he knows how to talk and communicate. Here we're talking about the emotional barrier that hinder his ability to express himself clearly. And he might feel misunderstood or find it challenging to articulate his thoughts, which can make him, like when he processing and assimilating information, is a really hard task to do. So I think that during this transit and that Saturn transit into his third house, he needs to heal his mind and communication abilities, and it may become crucial during this transit. He may find it difficult to express himself, as we said before, and may feel unheard by others, leading to feelings of frustration and isolation. So I think that it is confusing for him, but it is a self-discovery time and a growth time. So he may have started to explore new communication techniques that resonate with him, and he is very good in communicating through music. So he just needs to be patient with himself and navigate this transformative journey by healing through words, which is he is doing that. He heals people through music, but I think this time is about himself. He needs to heal himself through words and through communication. Clear, honest communication. We also have another aspect here, transit Chiron and natal Mercury. So it is also, when we talk about Mercury, we also talk about communication. When we talk about Chiron, we talk about healing. So here is an interplay between communication and healing. So I think, let's see the time. The time began from February 2nd into May. He is experiencing the strongest effect on April 6th. So here, this time will highlights the potential for wounds and insecurities that could arise in his interactions with others, especially in the realms of self-expression and communication. So he might find himself grappling with self-doubt or feeling misunderstood in his conversations. But he needs to take these opportunities to delve deeper into the roots of these wounds. I think that maybe during his military service, he might have faced difficulties in communicating with his colleagues or with his generals or whatever they call it. So I think that is why the wound feels a lot more painful than it was before, because now he is in an environment that is cold and hard. So I think that the lesson here is he needs to have the wisdom. He needs to be the healer and have the wisdom, so he can, in the future, he can guide others through their pain. Through what? Through his voice. When he will see here, the thing is, if Jungkook start talking clearly and honestly and communicating his experiences and his life and how he got through this and blah 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 and blah blah blah, if he talks, if he made a podcast, I think that people who will listen to it will heal, and he will guide them, and it will be so miraculous. It will be so healing for people that would hear him talk and hear him express himself. It will be healing for himself. So when he start to heal himself and finish this listening, he will help and heal other people through their pain, and he will bring light to the wounds of other people and teach them how to strength and have empathy for oneself. Okay, so now let's stop here and let's talk about his romantic and romance. So I think that at this period of time, and I think that it started on March, it will end until 2029. So 4 years. Transits, it will be Uranus, and 5th house. So here it means that it is a time of creativity and self-expression. This is what he is good at. He is a creative person, but the self-expression, here he needs to learn his lessons first, how to express himself openly and honestly. So here, and the romance, his approach to pleasure and romance will likely undergo a significant transformation. He might find that his attractions and desires shift towards unconventional and non-traditional relationships and foreign people. Like maybe all of these times he was into Korean girls, and then suddenly he likes weird people, or he likes people from other countries. He likes happy people, like, Aquarius people that look different and have these piercings all over their face, have tattoos, they look different, they're not from Korea, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So I think that he will like find this desire and attraction to unconventional people. And I think that these relationships that he might get into before finding the one can be intense and deeply transformative for him. And it will push him to reconsider what intimacy and connections mean to him. So, this time he will remain open and honest with his partners about his evolving needs and expectations. He will be like, I think that he will hop from fling to fling, maybe, if he is this kind of person. But I think any relationship that is formed during this transit might not always endure long term. So it will be like just having fling relationships, and yeah. Also, I think that his ideas and beliefs about having children will like change and transform. Maybe he was against having children, now he will look at it from another perspective. Or maybe he was thinking about having children and now he will change his mind. So I think it will be an exciting change for him in these 4 years. Also, we have Neptune in the third house, which means that, and it will end in 12 years. It started last year and it will end in 12 years. And I think this transit is a slow one, so I think it will not have this strong effect on him, but he will like experience, and he will experience these creative inspirations. His imagination will like become like a treasure trove. Like his mind will be offering him new ways to view the world and express himself. However, okay, he needs to remain grounded. He needs to ensure his feet are firmly planted on the earth. Yeah. So Pluto is transiting his first house. And I think Pluto started transiting his first house in 2012 until 2034. Wow. This is such a transformative period that, like, his life changed, guys. His life changed. Like, it was a big, huge transformational journey for him all those years. I'm just gonna, well, let's check this transit. I'm zooming on it. So we have Pluto sextile natal Pluto. So he will unleash this new persona, this new personality, new potential that he may have been hiding for so long. And I think that this transformative energy will influence his personal growth and understanding of himself. So, like, it started last year and it will end next year. He will leave the military a new person. He is a new person. And guys, I'm seeing something here. I'm seeing that maybe he will have a when he leaves the military, he will have a huge collaboration with a huge artist. And I'm guessing, just a guess. It doesn't need to be true, but I'm guessing that it will be Justin Bieber. And I'm hoping for it. So, yeah. And also, guys, do you remember when I was doing this reading, when I said that Jungkook company doesn't like him because they cannot control him. No one can control him. And a lot of people wants to control him and use him. Well, did you guys see that guy called YG Leaker that leaked a lot of information? He said, I will put the screenshot on the video. He said that Hype doesn't like Jungkook. Well, listen, I knew that, and I will look for that reading and I will post it and tell you guys and show you guys. Like, I knew about it, that they don't like him because they could not and cannot control him. He is his own person. No one can control him. So, like, this one of my predictions, and also, do you remember, this is for my old followers, you guys, do you remember when in one of my readings in 2021, I said that him and his soulmate will have this, will have some kind of story that is related to Peter Pan, and it has to do with him not living his childhood and teenager years, and also her at the same time. She didn't have this nice childhood, and when they meet, they will live their teenager dream. Like, they will have this relationship that is like Wendy and Peter and all of that. The reading was deleted when my channel was hacked, but after that, by 4 months, if I'm correct, he came on an interview and said, and they asked him what is his favorite Disney movie or something, like, do you want to live in, some kind of similar question, and he said Peter Pan. And I told you guys, and y'all went viral. People started to, I'm just saying, guys, I'm just saying. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys a great day, and I will try to be more active. I hope so. Yeah, have a good time. Bye bye.